Hello, yes, another 4090. It's another Supreme X MSI, and yes, plastic is on. I've just this moment finished testing it just to make sure it's not dead on arrival and that the core wine wasn't too extreme. I've given up on the whole core wine thing with this Supreme X. They all seem to have it. I know there is some people out there that don't have it, but I think that's either because they just have the right combinations of parts, PSU, motherboard, whatever it is, and it's not causing it. Or it might be the thing where when they actually build these cards, they'll buy certain parts from different manufacturers and so on. And if they run out of certain parts, they get in touch with somebody else to supply the parts. And as long as they all meet the same spec, they just go onto your card. Now, that slight change in one part, whatever it might be one of the causes. It could be certain capacitors from certain companies have it and some don't. That's why some cards have core wine and some don't. I'm not entirely sure. It would take a whole room full of PCs set up and a whole room full of these 4090s to actually get to the bottom of why the 4090s are so affected. It's not the whole thing of more power, more wine. DeBauer had 4090 Strix. He said it was almost zero core wine. Then he got the 4080 Strix on the same test bench and it had loads of core wine. So it was less power, more wine. So yeah, it's a shame these colours don't come out because this is meant to be deep red and it's still orange. It's Samsung phone cameras not making the colour come out right. I will do a link for these again because I keep getting asked about these again. These are just little bits of thin pieces of metal but they're reflective, and on the back they've got like a sticky tape kind of thing. And I just thought if you stick them on the back of the fans, it's going to make them look nicer. Because they've actually got some reflecting to them. I'll put that in the description. I think they're on eBay or AliExpress. I can't remember now. It's just a simple thing, but it just looks nice. So yeah, CCL said they would give us the refund for the Gigabyte gaming one because they said they found a burn mark on the PCB, which I'm guessing is probably a power phase or something's burnt out. So that's really not good. I actually thought it was the fan on that side on the Gigabyte that had gone, because that's where all the smoke was coming out of on the Gigabyte card. But they said they found a burn mark on the PCB, so it's something more drastic. So I should be getting the refund for that next week. So I went ahead and bought this Supreme one, and that should hopefully be me. That should be me done now. The next thing which I'll probably look into will be the Ryzen. It'll be the 7000 3D, the V3D chip. I think it's due about February. I might have a look into that because the last one that they did was really good for gaming, because that's all I care about. Multitasking and stuff like that's lost on me. I'm purely just a gamer, so I'll have a look at that one, and hopefully it'll be good because Intel have got Meteor Lake landing late next year, so this V3D is going to have to be good to try and fend that off until they bring out their next chip. Because the 7000 series has not been great for AMD, but then again they had to deal with the whole socket change and everything else, which usually puts people off. But Intel's going to have to face with that because Meteor Lake is a whole board change and everything, so we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, I do like the Supreme card out of all of them, mainly because it feels like the games run smoother. It might just be that it's got a better low average FPS. That's why it maybe feels a bit smoother. I'm not entirely sure, but out of all the cards, for some reason, it just feels smoother on the Supreme. The fans are absolutely brilliant on this one. The fans were brilliant on the Strix as well. The cooler was excellent on the Strix. I just wasn't over keen on the Strix lighting. It was a bit odd, but if I could have all the cards, I think it's 11 cards now, in front of me, and knowing what I know about the cards now as to which ones I would keep, I would probably either pick the Supreme with the least amount of core wine, which might be this one, the Strix, is probably the two cards. The Gigabyte one, after what happened, I couldn't really say to people buy that one, because that could have been a really big problem. I mean, that thing, if I hadn't been here, been out, or it left it through the night or something, I mean, the possibilities of that starting a fire is up there. So I can't really recommend that, even though according to what people say about the card, it's a great card. The Zotac Extreme, really good card. Lighting was excellent. Didn't have the best cooling, but the downside to that card was the fans. Absolutely horrible fans. And there's literally thousands of people I've seen since these cards have been launched complaining about the Zotac fans. So yeah. The Tough, I only had one of them, and that just had really bad core white. It was a bit bland, built like a brick, but quite a bland card. Yeah. I don't think there's anything really to add to it now. My 4090 nightmare seems to be over. I've probably just cursed myself yet again by saying that. But yeah, so the next thing will probably be having a look at the AMD's 7000V 3D chip when it comes out. I don't think there's anything else in here that I need to change or alter now. I can just go ahead and play my games. Well, happy days. Anyway, for the people that have been along for this ride, you might be a bit sad now that I've actually got a card that's up and running. It seems to be over for now. If anything else comes to light, or if I find out anything else, I might do another video. But yeah, that could be me until I get the new chip and see if there's an improvement with that one. Alright, Happy New Year to everyone. Bye.